What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Maverick. I'm back with another Warzone video. We're gonna do something a little bit different in this one. I'm gonna walk you through my thoughts and process during this Warzone victory. This one's a really good one for me because it's actually a solos win. If you know anything about me, I don't play hardly any solos, and when I do play, I usually rack up a good number of kills. But I end up getting killed by somebody camping in a corner of a building or camping my loadout or something like that. So it's just a whole different type of ball game. You got to have a different mentality and play style when playing solos. So it can get really frustrating really fast. Anyways, we're going to go through this one and I'm going to talk you through my process of what I was thinking during the entire match. And so yeah, just check it out. Let me know what you think. If you do enjoy the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course hit that little bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post another Warzone video. All right, let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start right at the beginning here. Looking for a location that I want to drop. I always try to find a place kind of centralized in the map and hopefully in the middle of the circle, at least when I'm playing solos, but one that's not too close to the flight path. In this instance, this one's pretty close to the flight path, and it's one of my favorite spots. We call it Stetsonville because it's my favorite spot. You got the two buildings. I think Warzone, they actually call it the block. We call these buildings the banana, but what I wanted to do is this circle was kind of covering up a majority of the map. So I'm going to jump down and get a recon right off the bat so I can have an idea about where the circle is going to go and possibly even get another recon further on in the match. I like to try to loot as quickly as possible and get my loadout so that I have ghost, because I think the play style for solos, it's a lot more stealthy, a lot more campy, at least to other people. So if you can get your ghost class quickly and then call in get some bounties and get to always know where people are. I call a lot more recons as well in solos. So all right, so I got the recon. Now I'm just doing a little bit of looting here. Check a look and see where the recon is, and it's over in the hospital. Not happy with that. I do not like going over to the hospital. It's not an area of the map that I like to go to, because inside the hospital is just a lot of corridors, a lot of rooms, it's a lot of levels. It's a very confusing place. You could get lost in there, and it's really hard to tell where your enemies are. You can hear them running around, but you can't tell if they're above you, below you, beside you. So what I've decided to do here is loot just a little bit more, because I know I have plenty of time to get over there. I wanted to make sure also that there's no enemies around me, so I'm just kind of listening closely to my surroundings to see if I can hear anybody. I thought somebody had originally flew into this area and landed on top of one of these buildings, but once I got to the top of this building, it had been looted. So it's like, okay, well, maybe nobody actually landed here. Grab a couple of weapons that I like. Not very good with the Kar 98, so I decided to drop it, and now I have the Bruin and the AUG, which are both really good ground weapons to pick up off the bat, off the rip, I guess you should say. All right, so I decided to go ahead. I felt pretty safe that nobody was around me, so I decided to go ahead and make my run over to the hospital, going through the woods up over this hill. You kind of want to avoid transitions as much as possible. You don't want to be stuck out in the open like this where there's not a lot of cover. I do see there's some fighting going on at the hospital, so that's what I did there on the map. I mark any red dots that I see that are close by on the map, so I have an idea where enemies are, where they're going to be coming from, so that I don't get surprised by them coming in and killing me, right? Use your mini map to your advantage as much as possible, right? A lot of people, especially early on in the match, they're not going to have Ghost. They're not going to have their loadouts. So anytime they pull the trigger on their gun, it's going to pop up on the minimap. Mark those locations so you have an idea. So keeping my surroundings in check, looking around, pick up a better weapon. I noticed that this place hadn't been looted, so I'm going to loot it up a little bit more, trying to gather some more money. I had a hard time really finding cash in this match. Taking a look at where the circle is, looks like it's going to head over towards lumber, a farmland area, and a full pretty much everything. Grab me a dead silence. In solos, I think dead silence is super important to have. It's a lot more important than having like a trophy system, because you're probably not going to be using vehicles as much in solos as you would in team matches. Now there's a recon right here next to me, so I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and go grab this recon. Let's do another recon so we can have a better idea where the circle is going. But I feel like we're in a decent position here. Still early in the match. I haven't come across any enemies yet, and we're already 5 minutes into the match. So, you know, what does that mean? I don't know. That gun right there is a good SMG, but I felt like I'd be better off with the Bison that I have in my hands. It has a larger capacity clip. So this really upsets me. I grabbed that recon, take a look and see where it is, and it's actually inside the hospital. And like I said earlier, I try to avoid the hospital as much as possible because it's so hard to get flanked by your enemies there. But nonetheless, I feel pretty confident in my abilities, so we're gonna try to make our way over there. I hear some shooting in the distance, but I haven't seen any signs that there's anybody really around me, at least not yet, right? So the door was open, so at least I know somebody had been here. As you can see there, I'm looking up at the top because I know people like to camp at the top of that tall building at hospital, so always don't get tunnel vision. I always look around, make sure you check in all the windows, all the tops of the doors. And I used my dead silence to run through there just to make sure that nobody would pop out. So, the door just opened right there. I didn't notice it, but there was somebody sneaking in. There he is. I hear some good gunshots. Somebody else was shooting at him, and that saved my life. Somebody else was shooting at him. It made me look over there. I got to shoot that guy in the back and kill him. Now, I do know there's somebody else around, right? So now, okay, I'm just gathering my bearings, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm listening right now. Can I hear footsteps? Somebody just opened a door. So he's back in that direction. I could go through that door there. He might be on the other side of that door, but I'm gonna go up. But I'm trying to be really quiet. I got a crouch walk. That was an easy kill for me right there. But, you know, looking back on it, I kind of got lucky because I did, you know, they got to open the door and was getting ready to sneak in and kill me. I could have been dead right there. But luckily somebody else killed the guy and saved me.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy coming in. If you know who J God is, go watch his videos. He has a lot of great tutorials. He did one on enemy. There we go. So yeah, that guy's the guy that flew in. What I was saying is, somebody flies in, you get an alert when you're 80 meters away and 40 meters away. So I got an alert. I knew he was within 80 meters. I knew he was probably on the roof because he's flying in. He's going to land on a roof. So I had to go and check it out. Luckily, I had a better weapon. I had to jump on him a little bit, headshotted him, killed him. That was a close call. Now here's the part I get super ticked off. There's a guy camping the top. Like I said, there's always somebody up there, especially solos, camping, sniping. And I just don't have the weapons to fight this guy. He has a sniper rifle and what looks to be a rocket. So, you know, I took a couple of shots at him just to get him to back off a little bit. And then I said, you know what, let's get the heck out of here. The circle's going to the other side of the river. Let's go over to the other side of the river. There's a buy station just straight ahead, so I'm headed right for that buy station. I was going to buy a loadout, but then my loadout comes in. So, okay, hey, it's not too far. It's just on the other side of the hospital. As far as I know, the only guy in the area is the one that's on top of that roof. And he's probably the one that was shooting at that guy that I killed. He was probably on top of the roof shooting down at that guy. So I just have to worry about him camping this loadout, right? So I know I'm safe right now because he's on top of that big building, tall building. So I'm just gonna kind of scope the place out, make sure. I don't know if when I come around here, I do see there's 2 loadouts. I don't know if the other loadout is the guy that's on the roof or somebody else. And that's the only thing I need to really worry about in this situation. So kind of scoping it out, seeing if there's anybody around. And look up here to see if this guy's camping it, and he's not. So I don't think he's even aware that these loadouts are here, which makes me think it's probably not his loadout. Somebody else's loadout. Because if he knew that loadout was there, I think he would be camping it a little more. Now, I want to get out of here. I know that guy's up on the roof. So can I get out of here without him shooting me in the back? Also, we got the storm coming in. So the guy had kind of ticked me off by shooting a rocket at me earlier and then, you know, shooting at me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hang out for a little bit. I'm going to camp this guy. And here he's just sniping away. So it just makes me even more mad. I don't know why I was really had it out for this guy. I had a vendetta against this guy for some reason. But I'm thinking, okay, what can I do here? Is that loadout his? Should I camp the loadout? And then somebody jumps down and he's shooting at that guy. So I steal another one of his kills, right? So I've stole 2 kills of that guy up there. But that guy flew in, probably from the gulag, jumped down, and the guy up on the roof saw that he flew in, started shooting at him, which alerted me. There he is, shot him. So now I'm thinking, okay, do I try to zip line up, try to take the elevator up? How do I get rid of this guy? So I'm just kind of, right now, I'm just thinking in my head different scenarios of what I could do. I don't think that loadout is the guy on the roofs now, because I think the guy that just dropped in I just killed, it was his loadout. I'm also thinking, okay, the storm's coming in. He's going to have to jump down. I could wait him out, let him jump down in front of me, and I shoot him in the back. Now, honestly, I probably spent a little bit too much time in this area. I should have went ahead and just moved on. But like I said, I really wanted to take care of this guy. I wanted to get him out of the game because I'm not a fan of a guy that sits on top and just snipes at people. I don't know why. And maybe because he shot a rocket at me. He just jumped off the roof, though. Now, all right, where did he jump off? I think he jumped off the backside. So I'm looking, I'm waiting. Here he comes. And the reason why I thought that, I figured he was gonna, he knew this guy was dead right here. So I figured he was gonna jump down and get his stuff and then move on into the circle. So I'm sure he is super ticked at me for camping him like that. But I sat there, waited for him, come down, killed him. Now I have my loadout, I have the weapons I want, and I had tons of money. So I went and bought self-revive, a precision airstrike, and a UAV. I know I got to cross this river, call in the UAV, hold on to precision. Everything looks, for the most part, pretty clear, so I feel pretty safe crossing the river right here. Typically, you're going to want to go a little more over to the right where the bridge is and hug that bridge as you cross down into the river and come back up. That way, if somebody does start shooting at you, you have some cover and you can dip in and out of that bridge and hide behind some stuff to protect you. We're now moving into downtown. I'm looking at my mini-map. I see in my mini-map that there is a guy on top of Trump Tower. So now I'm thinking, okay, I got a precision. I got a guy on top of Trump Tower. Let's take this guy out. I still have plenty of money. I can buy more stuff if I need to. So I'm kind of thinking, that's what I'm looking at. It's like, okay. What I was thinking right there was, should I buy a cluster and throw a cluster down on him? I was like, no, you know what? I have a precision. Let me just use my precision. So I go inside, call in the precision. Now,
target marked.
I don't know if he got the alert for this or not, but it ends up killing him. So here, if you can see my webcam right now, I'm doing this right here because I had this plan to go up there, shoot him, but it ended up just killing him. So that was pretty easy. So I'm already at 5 kills now. And we are gonna jump down. I think I buy another precision, if I'm not mistaken. by UAV
Friendly recon online.
and a precision.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy.
So what I like to do is anytime that I have to transition from one part of the map to the next, I like to buy UAV
Shifting location.
so I have an idea of where enemies are, because yes, there's going to be a lot of people with Ghost, but at the same time, there's always going to be people coming back from the gulag or people running overkill, and they don't have a second loadout to get Ghost. So you'll always be able to point out some people on the map. So I'm going to go to my next favorite building, which we call Biden Tower. The last one was Trump Tower. This one's Biden Tower. On the other side of downtown. It's inside the circle. We're going to get there, kind of regroup, assess our situation, figure out where our next step is going to be, because it looks like the circle is going to go to the other side of the river. Grab me a bounty. Another great thing you can do, even if you don't plan on hunting the bounties, grabbing bounties so you know where enemies are a big plus, because if they do have ghosts, they're not going to show up with the UAV. That way, you at least have an idea where somebody is. And you know, even if you're not going to hunt him, if he ends up getting killed, gets poached, you still get money off of it, right? So I'm keeping an idea where he's at. Once I get up here, though,
Gas is closing in.
now I'm being hunted. So instead of me going ahead and making my next move, which I was planning on just kind of regrouping, looking for that bounty, see if he was somewhere where I could get to him to kill him, now I'm like, okay, let's wait this out. Let me sit still here. Let me kind of wait it out. And
Moving there.
until the bounty's gone, and then I'll move on to my next location. Fortunate enough for me, the guy does not try to hunt me, so he didn't even get close, to be honest with you. I keep track of where my bounty is. He ends up going to the stadium, so I think I even said it to my chat, I'm not even gonna worry about the guy. He's going to the stadium. It's gonna be really hard to hunt him down and find him. And there's a good chance that he'll probably get poached being at the stadium, right? So I think this is probably the slowest point in my gameplay. And really, I'm not like camping, but I'm not 100% camping. I am checking my surroundings. There's a good chance that I could, when I pop up on these ledges, get sniped. But I'm trying to find out if I'm trying to look and see if I can find anybody, right? Looking around, checking my surroundings. If there's somebody that's coming after me, is there somebody I could easily take out from the rooftops and all this, right? I do have a minute and a half left on being hunted, and it goes to a double threat, but that's the highest it ever goes. Now, I would say that bounty that I'm supposed to be hunting was probably somebody I probably could have went after. I mean, it was almost $11,000 if I killed the guy. A threat does go back down to 1 bar, so I relax a little bit there. But I almost got caught off guard here in just a few minutes because somebody ends up coming up on this zip line, and I think I was in the middle of looking at my map when he comes up the zip line. This might be it right here. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, and he had a good chance of killing me just because I was looking at my map. So I probably should have done a better job of hiding somewhere while looking at my map. I was trying to figure out where my next location was going to be. And here's another thing. I see he had a cluster strike. So now I got a cluster and a precision. So I'm kind of like, okay, is there somebody around that I can throw this cluster down on right quick and maybe get a lucky kill? So you can see that I'm really looking around, seeing if there's anybody in the area. I was mainly looking kind of over by the stadium because I knew my bounty was in that area. But I didn't see anybody. I look over here, don't see anybody, and I can't carry both, so I might as well use it, right? And I know I have to go here soon because the storm is about to start moving in, so I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna pick a location and just throw the cluster down. Because you never know. You might just get lucky and down somebody or get a kill, right? He also had a key card. He could have used that. I don't know why he didn't try to use that key card. Sometimes I guess it just doesn't, gameplay just doesn't suit you enough, like, situation. But this guy decides to fly back in and get his stuff. So I don't know if he thought I would be gone because the circle was moving in or what, or he thought he could sneak it behind me. So another easy kill. I killed the guy coming up the zip line. Kill him again when he's trying to fly in. So 2 easy kills right there. On top of that, you got this truck driving around. This is the only guy I've seen. And I want you to pay attention to this guy driving around this truck. I think he comes in later on. And so got somebody shooting at me. No idea where it's coming from. Probably the stadium. But this was a very scary transition for me. We're getting kind of the later towards the end of the game here. 14 people left. Pop another UAV. And we're right out in the open. We still got this truck driving around. And we got 2 people back at stadium. We got somebody up in the direction that I'm running. And what I didn't know at the time, I knew there was a guy on the orange mark that I just marked, and there's a guy to my right in port. And this guy in port was the one that was sniping at me a while ago. And didn't know at first, he was up on that crane. So that kind of ticked me off. Because he is just honed in on me. So I didn't know where exactly I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to stay in this area because I didn't feel like there'd be too many enemies around. I know there's a red dot over on the orange mark, so I got to worry about this guy transitioning in on me. And the safe play probably would have been me to go up to one of these buildings and hang out and then come back in with the gas. But I didn't want to run away from the circle for protection, only to have to run back. So I thought maybe, okay, let's put this cliff to my back and defend anybody coming into the circle, which I knew there would be somebody coming into the circle here shortly because I put a mark, you know, that orange mark. But I'm also, okay, let me rotate, see if I can rotate back around towards port and move in from that side. But we still had that sniper up there, and he stays up there for quite a while. Also, I have no idea how long he stays up there or when he gets killed. He probably ended up getting sniped by somebody. So this is probably my most dangerous positioning in the whole game. And I felt really uncomfortable during the game running this. My heartbeat was racing because there wasn't really a good spot for me to hide. I don't want to use the word hide. It makes it sound like I'm camping. But because of where the circle was in relation to me, there wasn't a good spot for me to get cover. Right? And here I start getting shot in the back. Remember that guy I marked on the orange mark? It was that guy. Honestly, I forgot about the guy during the stream. Now, I don't know what he's doing. He starts shooting at somebody else. I don't know if he kills somebody else, but he gives me time to do my self-revive and allows me to create. I should have been dead right there. And the gulag was closed. So, that's just bad play on his part. I think somebody else came up and he started shooting at somebody else. Because he was shooting at somebody, it gave me time to do my self-revive, get up, and kill him. And that was probably the turning point of the game right there. And that was my fault for forgetting that he was back there. I knew he was back there because I marked it, right? And the circle's crazy. There's no good places to hide. Now I'm getting shot by somebody else off in the trees. I have no idea. I know he's in that direction, but I don't see him. He tries to move up on me, and I just... Good hit on him. Just good hit, right? Laid low. He probably was pushing me, thought I was plating up. Smart move on his part. He wasn't too happy about that. And I run into another situation just like that here in a second. Where I get in a fight with a guy. So I got 9 kills. And there's 5 people left. Which is interesting. Finished with 10 kills, but I know I thought I finished with 10 kills, but I feel like I get 2 more kills, so. Yeah, I come up on a guy right here, I think. He's behind a rock, so. I was trying to maintain high ground here, so I didn't want to go down there towards the loadout. I figured there would be somebody down there. And then I spot a guy behind a rock right here. I try to pop him, but he has good cover. And then here's the bad thing. I don't have any cover. I just have this heal. So luckily I'm able to lay down, played up. Figured he's probably pushing me. And there we go. We got the truck off in the corner. Remember that truck from earlier? Now he's here. Guy tries to get me with the C4. And this guy should have killed me too. And he was really mad. Don't forget to use your kill streaks. I tried to use the kill streak to... So now we're down to 3 people left. We got one guy just riding around in a truck. I guess he thinks he just run everybody over. He ends up right here in a second, I think, running the other enemy over. And my thoughts are, okay, I got 2 C4. So I can blow a guy up a C4. My loadout's right there. I could run down there and grab a class that has my Pila and shoot the Pila at him. I just got to be careful that, one, he doesn't run me over or hop out and shoot me, right? So I'm just trying to keep high ground, trying to play it safe, wait for an opportunity for him to make a mistake. He has already run over the other guy, so it's just me and him. So here I am. I'm running towards my loadout. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get a Pila. I just got to avoid him. Boom! Got him. But for some reason, they didn't... I didn't get a kill for that. I don't know why. So I should have had 11 kills. I don't know why I didn't get a kill. We finished first place. 10 kills. Should have been 11. I don't know how I didn't get a kill on that last guy. Unless he hopped out. He may have jumped out. I blew up the truck and the truck blows him up. I don't know. I got to go back and check that out. So, guys, that's it for this video of Warzone. Hopefully, you got a little bit out of this. A little insight into the way I play, maybe some ideas on how you could tweak your solos. Now, it's only my second victory, but like I said, I don't play a lot of solos, and I do plan on playing a lot more because I always play them good. It's just fending off those guys that camp, right? The ones that don't have very many kills and fending them off. I think the game right before this or the other night I was playing, made it to the top 5 and got killed by a guy with the right shield and Cali sticks. What do you do, man? You know? So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post another Warzone video. I also stream live on Twitch Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to check out more content, you want to see me playing live, come over and chat with me. Until next time, y'all have a good one.